Wolves 0, Manchester City 3 in a difficult, strange, frustrating afternoon for Wolves. Obviously, let me know your thoughts if you were able to catch the game in the comment section down below. Wolves starting with a 4-3-3 once again. We saw Jose Sarr in goal, Ryan Ait-Nouri at left back with Johnny at right back, Collins and Kilman starting as the central midfielders, central defenders, the three midfielders of Núñez, Moutinho and Neves, and a front three of Guedes, Podence and Neto. And Wolves couldn't have got off to a worse start, and it was obvious when Jack Grealish was going to be starting, he'd be amongst the goals, and he was the one that put the first goal into the back of the net just a couple of minutes in, about a minute and a half in, I think it was, for City. De Bruyne, we can't allow him that much time and space to whip a ball in on the right hand side for City there, and he's whipped it in, and Grealish is able to sort of divert it into the back of the net. So yeah, a disappointing start for Wolves, because straight away you can't allow Manchester City to have opportunities, and when it's that early, you've got an uphill struggle for the rest of the game straight away. For a team like us that don't score many, a team like City who don't concede a hell of a lot, yeah, poor start. And obviously they doubled that lead as well through Haaland. That was a difficult one. I think, you could probably pinpoint the blame on a couple of people there for that goal. I think Kilman sort of, Haaland's got the better of Kilman because Kilman's tracking him fairly well, jockeying him quite well, but almost got his body in the wrong position. And I think he shot across Kilman and means Jose Sarr sees it late as well, from my understanding and from my viewing of it as well. So again, to be 2-0 down, Haaland, I was hoping that we'd be able to keep him quiet, but once again, how talented of a footballer he is, and the amount of goals he's scoring. He's scored way more on his own than Wolves have all season as well. And then the red card, which is obviously the huge talking point. Nathan Collins getting sent off for Wolves. It would happen right in front of me at the time, with my Wolves tinted glasses on. I thought it was unfortunate, but I've seen replays. Definite red card on Grealish. Very high, almost kung fu kick type challenge. And it puts Wolves in a bit of a predicament because, we failed to get a centre-back target in the summer. Yes, we've got Totti and Mosquera still as players there, but we failed to get our centre-back target in. And then we thought, with Collins and Kilman, we're all right. The only thing going to stop us is a major injury or a suspension. And it's a suspension which is going to change the lineup from the game after the international break, which is going to be against West Ham United. We saw Neves play centre-half for the remainder of the game. I was quite surprised. I thought Bruno would almost try and go damage limitation on that front and maybe bring off an attacker and bring someone like Totti or Mosquera on, but he kept with Neves at the back. I think I even joked about that on a podcast a few months ago, saying maybe Neves could almost slot into a centre-back role, a little bit like Connor Cody did, or had done. And I'm very surprised that Wolves managed to keep it at 3. I think when you're 2-0 down already against one of the best teams in the world, you go down to 10 men, you fear for the worst. I don't think City had to get out first gear throughout most of the game, to be honest. I think they sort of kept, did what they needed to do, did the basics right. We had little spells throughout the game. I thought we started the second half quite well. Just not dangerous enough, are we, in front of goal? Not ruthless enough in front of goal. Matheus Núñez, again, who I thought had a good game, considering the result. Bringing the ball forward, starting these counter-attacks. But you've just got 3 players there that are making the wrong runs, not making the right decisions. And that's what was letting us down. Always too scared to pull the trigger. I think you've got to test Ederson. That's the only way we're going to score goals against these teams. We've got to start testing the goalkeepers, and we're not doing that enough today. And City obviously wrapped it up there with Foden as well, a nice little flick across the goal and into the back of the net. So Kevin De Bruyne with 2 assists, Haaland with a goal. City now scoring 5 against us last season, 3 against us today. That's 8 goals. I think they've scored more in those 2 games than we have since that last game at Molineux. So yeah, it's frustrating, disappointing. Look, I didn't go into this game thinking that we were going to beat Man City, and I think considering we went down to 10 men, we probably did okay. I've seen people moaning and calling for Bruno's head once again. Pack it in, come on. Not against a game like City, where we were expected probably to struggle in. But yeah, we've got this one over and done with. Let's get the international break over and done with. I was hoping to see Diego Costa today, but obviously that's not the case. Let's try and get some more fitness in his belt. Good to see Boubacar Traore come on, who I thought put himself about a little bit. Exciting to see what else he can bring to the team. Ait Nouri, I thought poor first half, came out at his shell a little bit second half. We saw a much more confident player. But yeah, in the end, Wolves 0, City 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys. Try and enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all very, very soon.